What's up guys, Cut Protagonist here, and today we'll be doing a deck profile on the Dragon World Sun Dragon deck. This deck is extremely popular in the meta due to the Solar Strife support it's gotten, and it's been topping a lot of tournaments. So stick around if you want to learn more about this awesome new deck. The winning image of the Sun Dragon deck is to bring out your Balle Soleil DIOS and equip your Dragon Force. Balle Soleil DIOS is a fantastic monster because it has the ability to soften all attacks. All damage you take will be reduced by 2, so many decks like Atora have huge problem fighting this deck due to the fact that it reduces all incoming damage and your opponent will have to kill Balle Soleil DIOS, a huge 8k defense monster, in order to even deal you damage. So this deck has an excellent balance of attack, defense, and its incredibly powerful impact to finish any game. This is why the Sun Dragon is now proclaimed the king of Buddyfight, at least until Ace comes. So for the buddy of the deck, I do play Sun DD's Fragment Balle Dragon. This is an extremely important monster because it allows you to fetch out your key piece, which is the Balle Soleil DIOS, and also it gives Balle Soleil DIOS and Penetrate when it's in the soul of Balle Soleil DIOS when you evolve him. And of course here we have the new Dragon World flag from the Buddyfight A series. I recently got my hands on the preview set. If you guys want me to do a review, be sure to hit up that like button, and I should do a quick review to explain more about G Evo. I'm really impressed by these start decks because they are really well built, and it gives players an idea on how to build a proper balanced deck. If you want to watch it, be sure to comment down below, leave a like, and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile. For the first boss monster of the deck, we play 4 copies of Balle Soleil DIOS. Balle Soleil DIOS is an incredibly powerful card. Card cost, put 1 or more monsters from your field into this card soul and pay 3 gauge. So you could, if you have 3 monsters on the field, you can chuck him on the soul, give it extra tanky defense. Nobody want to face off against an 8k defense monster with 3 souls in it. One of its key abilities is the first ability. At the beginning of each player's attack phase, destroy or return to hand all monsters on the opponent's center. So this is an extremely powerful counter to Chaos because they do have 2 center monsters, which means you'll be able to bounce them back to a hand or destroy both of them. Do take note that Gearlock cannot be destroyed with card effects, so yeah, you gotta use a little bit of your brain if you want to play this card. One of its most important abilities is second ability. Damage you take is reduced by 2, which means any battle damage you take. So if your opponent were to swing you a face for 2 crits, it's reduced to 0. You are basically well protected with Balle Soleil DIOS, and abilities of all cards on the field cannot be nullified. So even if the opponent has Elgod, it won't be affected because all cards on the field cannot be nullified. Really powerful against certain cards like Star of Justice, Frozen Stars. This amazing card that basically has no weaknesses. And also it is a triple world, so you will be able to abuse some really crazy cards. Later in the deck profile, I'll be showing you and explaining how you can recombo those. So 4 copies of Balle Soleil DIOS, really powerful card. Once you have it on the field, you are well protected. Your opponent must destroy him in order to even deal damage to your life points. 4 copies of it. Next we play 4 copies of our buddy monsters, 4 copies of Sun Deity Fragment. Previously mentioned, when this card enters the field, you may pay 1 life. If you do, search your deck for 1 Balle Soleil monster. You could search out for your Balle Soleil DIOS or your impact monsters and add it to your hand. If this card's in the soul of a Sun Dragon, that card gains Penetrate. So really good combo because once you call this guy, you search for Balle Soleil DIOS, you usually evolve Balle Soleil DIOS on top of your couple of monsters, and you have him in the soul. When it's in the soul of Balle Soleil DIOS gains Penetrate. So you have a double attack penetrating monster. Really good. So 4 copies because you really want to get your Balle Soleil DIOS out ASAP. Now 4 copies of Star of Impact Balle. This card is also equally important because it allows you to search out your item, which is another key winning image. The item you play is the Dragon Force Star of Super Sun. It is an item, Sun Dragon item, so you will be able to fetch it into your hand. So this card is really important because what you want to do is you want to get Balle Soleil DIOS and this card onto the field. And it also has a second ability, allows you to charge 3 gauge, really useful because if you already have your item on the hand, you could actually just get an extra gauge and prepare for impact. Really powerful card. So 4 copies of it. Now for the size one, to play 4 copies of Flare-Fang Loyal Dragon. This is a brand new card from the secret pack, and it's extremely good because it's basically Flare-Fang on steroids. If you have an origin size 3 Sun Dragons on the field, this is size 0. Really good because you can pair it beside your Balle Soleil. When the size 2 or greater monster enters your field, put the top card of the deck into gauge and draw a card. This ability activates once per main phase and once per final phase. So what this means is, for example, let's say you have 2 of these, you have Balle Soleil DIOS, you can charge and draw. So it's kind of like Globes of Thunder Empire, but it has a second ability. So during a final phase, if you were to impact core, you can use it again, which means it's pretty much like kind of like a 2 per turn thing. So it is really good. I find this card really important because it's a size 0, you can have so much synergy with the deck, and it gives you double draw, which is nice. So yeah, 4 copies of it. 4 copies of OG Flare-Fang Dragon. Must play in the previous Sun Dragon deck because it allows you to fetch 1 card and charge an extra gauge. When this card enters the field and you have another Sun Dragon on the field, charge and draw. Simple, but it's once per turn. Some extra support cards, 2 copies of Balle Soleil Imagine. Balle Soleil Imagine is great because it gives you extra fuel for gauge and life. When this card attacks at the end of the battle, you can put this card into a soul of a Sun Dragon on the field. And if this guy's in the Soul of Sun Dragon on the field, when that card attacks, you can gain 1 life and charge 1 gauge. So it is really nice because it gives your Balle Soleil DIOS extra life, help you tank. Once per turn, every time it attacks, you can charge 1 gauge and gain 1 life, which is nice because you can fuel for impact and all that good stuff. So yeah, 2 copies of Balle Soleil DIOS. You can search out with this card. This card can basically search out 3 cards, 1, 2, and 3. So if you already have DIOS on your hand, you can search out for either of these targets. You need an extra size 0 on the field, called Imagine. If you want an impact to finish the game, search for an impact. The last monster to play is 1 copy of the Countdown. This Countdown is great because firstly, it is a different world. Deck definitely benefit a lot from having different world on the field. For example, because we play Warlock Sword Release, which is for each different world on the field, you can draw cards. So the max I can do is actually 4. So you can actually draw 4 cards of that spell. Amazing. It's an Omni Lord during each player's battle phase. Beginning, you can pay 1 life and call this card from your drop zone to your field. What makes it really, really good is because the second ability, when another monster on the field will be destroyed by your opponent, you may put this card from the field to the drop zone. If you do, that monster remains on the field. So what I usually do is, let's say I have an empty field, empty size 0, and I have a Balle Soleil DIOS. Your opponent most likely will have to kill the Balle Soleil DIOS to even deal damage to you. So usually what I do is I pay 1 life, call this card out. And if they were to try to destroy Balle Soleil DIOS, I can already sack it off and protect my Balle Soleil DIOS. So 1 copy because you can only play 1 in the deck. Alright, let's go on to spells. 4 copies of Super Sun Dragon Shield. One of the best shields in the game. You may only cast this card if you have open center. Nullify the attack, and if you have a Sun Dragon on your field, draw a card. If you have a Neo Dragon on the field, charge 1 gauge. And if you have a Black Dragon, gain 1 life. So just because Balle Soleil is a 3 different attributes, Sun Dragon, Neo Dragon, Black Dragon, you can charge, draw, heal with 1 single shield, which is nice. Do note that even if you do not have Balle Soleil on the field, your item is also considered a Sun Dragon and a Black Dragon. Unfortunately, it is not a Neo Dragon. For some reason, they refuse to give Neo Dragon attribute to items, maybe because of cross nice. If you don't have Balle Soleil on the field, you can still draw and gain 1 life, which is nice. So do take note of that, is that if you have this triple world card, you cannot gain a gauge because you do not have a Neo Dragon on the field, and this is the only Neo Dragon we have in the deck. But nonetheless, even if you don't have Balle Soleil on the field, you have Balle Dragon on the field, you can always negate and draw 1 card, which is always nice because you can replenish your hand. So it gives you more survivability in case you can draw into extra shields. So 4 copies of Super Sun Shield, 4 copies of Sun Dragon Shield. If you can only cast if you have a Sun Dragon on the field, nullify attack, charge 1 gauge and gain 1 life. Pretty simple. And if you have certain amounts of Sun Dragon on the field, this card cannot be nullified, which is nice against spell nows. So that's 8 copies of shields, 3 copies of Red Thunder Awakening. The Climax Rare looks amazing. The reason why I play this card is because we play a lot of triples in the deck. So as long as you want, if you want triple woe in the drop zone, so it could be any of these cards with the triple woe attribute, any of these in the drop zone, this card's immediately live. So what this card does is charge 1 gauge and gain 1 life. If you have 3 different world names in the drop zone, put up to 1 card from drop zone into your hand. Put up to 1 card. So any card, it doesn't specify monsters, item or spells. So you could put any card you need from the drop zone to your hand. Really good because you do pay a lot of gauge in this deck, so you can fetch back any card you need for any situation. And you're getting extra life and gauge as a bonus. Freaking fantastic. 3 copies because it can only be used once per turn. Next is 3 copies of Sun Deity's Buddy, a brand new card from Strife as well. You may only cast this card if you have a Sun Dragon on the field. Charge 2 gauge. Then if you have a monster with Balle Soleil on the field, you can gain 2 life and draw an extra card. An excellent plus card. Is basically a plus 1.5 when you cast it with Balle Soleil on the field. You get extra cards, get the extra gauge for impact, gain life for survivability. Amazing card. Unfortunately, you only play 3 because it's once per turn. Now, one of my favorite cards in the deck is 3 copies of Warlock Sword Release. I think this card might be a mistake because it's not meant for Sun Dragons. It is meant for Thunder Empire. And Sun Dragons can basically abuse the heck out of this card because of its 3 different woe. So cast cost, pay 1 gauge and 2 life. It is actually a pretty heavy cost. Draw cards equal to the number of different woe names on the field. So with triple woe like these, you gain 3 cards instantly. A simply amazing card, not meant for the archetype. Really funny, but if it works, dump it in there because it gives you so much pluses. Now it's time for the items. Also one of the most important cards in the deck. 4 copies of Star of Super Sun. This card is amazing because it is a triple attack item that has no gauge cost. So release condition, if you have a side 3 monsters with Balle Soleil on the field, really easy because of how the deck works. This card on the field cannot be destroyed or returned to your hand by opponent card effects, and its ability cannot be nullified. At the beginning of your final phase, re-stamp this card and it can attack during the final phase. Then you may call an impact monster from a hand or drop zone by paying its card cost. One thing very interesting to note is this ability allows you to double impact monsters due to its effect to call. Okay, one example is But in the Buddyfight rule, you can only impact call once per final phase. Due to the fact that it's caught by an effect, you can still call after that because you have never used a normal call. Basically, if you call by an effect, it's not considered being caught by your hand. So you can impact monster, attack, then if you have another one in your hand, you can impact monster, attack one more time. So that's something to note. So if you guys wanna push for game, sometimes this card can really help you out. Now I played 2 copies of Grantees because against certain matchup, Grantees is an auto win and it's really easy to go into this deck. So release cost. If you have 5 or less and have a Jackknife Gold Ritter or a Star Dragon Ball item with the Dragon Force in its name, so this card is a Star Dragon Ball Dragon Force. So this is actually a very unknown tech that people actually play because this card has an auto win against a lot of burn decks. This card is a fantastic counter to decks that has a heavy wall in the center with high defense because its 12-hit attack can basically tear through any walls, and it has penetrate and quadruple attack. And another cool thing about Grantees, it's any damage you take is reduced by 2. So basically it's like a Balle Soleil DIOS. If you have this setup right here, your opponent will have to deal you 4 damage in order to deal you even 1 damage. So in order to even do you single damage, they have to kill Balle Soleil DIOS and all damage still reduced by 2. So this is an extremely powerful lock. Your opponent, once you have this setup, you pretty much win the game because of how tanky you are and unkillable you are. So this is a pretty nice tech, and we do play a lot of cards that pays life, so it's really easy to go into 5 life with this deck. You could basically pay life, go to Grantees, use cards to gain life back, so you'll be able to tank out most of the opponent's stuff. And yeah, Grantees is overall a really nice second deck. 2 copies because you can also fetch it out with Red Thunder Awakening if it's in the drop zone. So you could actually charge off early game. Late game, you can always fetch it back with Red Thunder Awakening, which is nice. And finally, for the Impact Monster. It is one of the greatest Impact Monster in the game. 4 copies of Balle Soleil and of Balle Break. So you could play 3, 4 is fine because I really like to go this in my second turn to end games. Even against the mirror match, this is a fantastic card because even though Balle Soleil DIOS and Grantees does say that all damage reduced, when this card links attack, the damage cannot be reduced, so it is a very powerful impact. So core cost, put this card on top of a monster with Balle Soleil or Balle Dragon on your card name and pay 3 gauge. So this is really good because with this Dragon Force, you will be able to call it from the drop zone. So what you usually do is, if you have this card on your hand in the early game, I usually charge it away and just pay it into the drop zone, attack the final phase, then I call it from the drop zone. So basically it's always a live card, even in the drop zone. If you have an item with release condition equipped, such as Dragon Force, this card attack cannot be nullified. So one thing to note is, if you link attack with a Dragon Force, the attack cannot be nullified because that attack cannot be nullified. It's not only this card being nullified. When this card links attack with Sun Dragon, deal 5 damage to your opponent. This damage cannot be nullified. 3 gauge for 5 burn damage and an unblockable link attack, which means it's a 10 instant damage. One of the best game enders we have. 3 gauge for 10 damage is just crazy, and it just has so much synergy in the deck. So 4 copies of Balle Soleil Daybreak because it's an incredible card. So I hope you guys enjoyed my deck profile on the Sun Dragon Balle Soleil DIOS deck from the brand new set Solar Strife. If you want to see more awesome deck profiles like these, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you're looking for Buddyfight decks and singles, be sure to check out my online store www.buddy-mart.com. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace out and love you guys. Rock.